All right. Strikepoint Gold. I'm Mike Allen. I'm the CEO of the company. Strikepoint is a Nevada company, so a little bit different than a lot of the stories that we're seeing in here. Read the cautionary statements at some point at your leisure. Why Strikepoint and why now? Strikepoint has an exploration target, which is a low-level resource in the Walker Lane part of Nevada, between 819 and 1.02 million ounces of gold plus silver credits. It's at a grade of between 0.48 and 0.63 grams per ton. This is competitive in Nevada. Very important to understand the context. Nevada is a premier jurisdiction for mining, and they really know what they're doing in terms of keeping costs down. But also fundamentally, what we're having here is a fundamental shift in the gold market. Obviously, people have seen the gold prices move up from about $2,000 18 months ago to today, about $3,800, $3,900 an ounce. What that difference means is that when you're doing mining in Nevada, if you were to put a haul truck which has 200 tons of half-dry material in it, a year ago it had $6,000 worth of gold in it. Today it's about $12,000 worth of gold. A little bit of round numbers, but the cost of operating that truck has not changed all that much. So you're seeing outsized returns on your investments in these open pit heap leach projects, and you're seeing a lot of transactions happen. Nevada is where America goes for mining, and particularly where America goes for gold. Case studies of M&A. The smart money is starting to move into Nevada and take on these big open pit heap leach projects. Equinox, who is here, recently sold the Pan mine. It was too small to be relevant to Equinox. They're a huge producer, and so they sold it. But it was a $115 million transaction for an operation that produces between 35 and 40,000 ounces of beer. So it's not a particularly big operation. It's not particularly high grade. It's about 0.34 grams per ton. But it was bought for $115 million. Strikepoint's Hercules Gold project is approximately double the grade and 4 times the size. We've got today a $10 million market cap, and you start to see what the valuation of these companies are. It is big mining, big mine companies, big mine country in Nevada. Another case study, this was a recent transaction, another recent transaction in Nevada. Close to the Bullfrog deposit got bought. Augusta Gold got taken out by AngloGold for $197 million Canadian. It was largely driven by the flagship asset, which was the original Bullfrog. It's about 1.2 million ounces of gold, half-gram material, mixed sulfide and oxide material. It's a bit more complicated to process, but it got taken out for $200 million. That's a direct comparable to what we have at the Hercules Gold project, about the same size, about the same grade, but again, Strikepoint is about a $12 million Canadian market cap right now, so there's a real opportunity to see where value can be created in Strikepoint. Moving forward and looking at other projects in the western U.S., you're starting to see money getting deployed into these open pit heap leach targets. I'll draw your attention to a few of these. A lot of these assets have sold. We talked about Pan. We talked about Bullfrog. There's another one that is there, Black Pine. That's a 0.32 grams per ton deposit. It's up in Idaho. Centerra just put a $28 million investment into that project. And it shows that smart money, big mining companies are starting to invest in these big open pit heap leach projects. Also, speaking of Centerra, they made a go decision on a mine very close to one of our projects in Nevada. It's called the Goldfield deposit, and it's smaller than the Hercules deposit. It's about 700,000 ounces, and it is about 0.66, so slightly higher grade than Hercules. So again, these big open pit heap leach projects in Nevada work, and they work well. They've got massive leverage to the gold price, and today in a rising environment, things are starting to get active in Nevada. Diving a bit more specifically into the Hercules Gold project, again, it's got that exploration target, which is a low-level resource. 819,000 ounces to 1.02 million. So it's got scale between 0.48 grams per ton gold and 0.663 grams per ton gold. It's got the grade, near surface oxide gold. So it looks like it's going to have good economics on it. We obviously haven't done a PEA or anything like that, but there's also a lot of exploration upside. The thing that we liked about Hercules the most is that we've now got it to a predictable exploration model. So we did a drill program this spring, and we went 6 for 6 in our drilling, and that's important for building confidence. And we also have the permits for large-scale drill programs. So we have 4 permits on this property. The big one is in the north, where we have the exploration target. It's called a plan of operations. We can disturb up to a square mile for drill pads, so there's a lot of work that we can do there. And then we have 3 exploration targets further to the south in the project, or exploration permits further to the south. We did this drill program this spring. The most significant intercept was 117 meters, so actually you guys know what meters are, not Americans, about 350 feet of 0.47 grams per ton gold and 3.5 grams per ton silver. Big intercept, and importantly, it was the furthest south that we'd ever drilled into that target. Where I'm standing here on the outcrop is about the projection of where that drill hole passed through the structure. I'm standing on the structure right there. You can see behind me there's a little yellow patch. That's a waste rock pile from an old ma and pa mining back in the 1910s. And some fool went in there and got a 1 ounce sample. And the structure continues on for several hundred meters past that underground working. And we've got a lot of work to do to define the limits of this target. So we have exploration potential in the southern part of the property, but the exploration target, the resource in the northern part of the property, is open for further expansion as well. So there's a lot of different things that we can do to create value, and we have the permits to drill there as well. Next steps, we just got another one of our 4th drill permit for the project. And it's on the Pony Meadows target, and that is I'll show it later on the slide here. But we've got it's a complementary series of exploration targets to the main Hercules project, and there's a lot of things that we need to do in the southern part of the project. There's about 300 drill holes have been put into this project to date, and 296 of them are in the north. We're going to drill this fall, hopefully, on the Sirens target, and it's 2 kilometers north of south of our main Hercules showing. We've got visible gold at surface. You can pan gold out of one of the veins, and we do have a minor amount of drilling there. This drilling was focused on a Como-style target, which is a high-grade underground type thing, the historical drilling, but that's not what they got. They got bulk tonnage, open pit, heap leach type mineralization. So these are significant intercepts, 38 meters at 0.64, but importantly, it ended in 0.85 grams per ton. We don't know if there's another 5 meters of mineralization, another 50 meters, or another 500 meters of mineralization. That's what we have to go into this fall and see if we can expand on those hits. It's a significant structure, and we're excited to get down there. Pony Meadows, this is our new exploration target. This is again, we've got pan gold at surface, and it's a ring structure. This is something that we came to understand about the project about 2 years ago. It's a collapsed caldera system, and the veining that we see at surface is traceable for about 2.6 kilometers, so it's got scale to it. We got the permit, and we're ready for 3 holes into this, and it's never been drilled, and we have no record of it being drilled. So lots of upside, and the best indication that there's gold on this target is that you can again pan gold out of this at surface. Como Comet's target, it's between 2 past producers. It's between Newmont's Como property, they control the Como district, and then the Huey Logan mine. There's some significant intercepts that we've got access to in the data room. Surface samples up to 5 grams per ton. And essentially we're dealing with drilling between 2 past producers and hopefully connecting the dots. There's a structure that connects the the two mines, the Healy Logan to the Como, and we'll be just filling in the gaps in the middle. So we hope to be drilling this fall, connecting those dots and making things happen, generating some news flow. We have another project in Nevada. This is called the Cuprite, and the Cuprite is one of the largest alteration systems in Nevada. It looks an awful lot like one of the premier exploration discoveries that has happened in the state of Nevada. It looks like AngloGold's new Arthur gold project. We drilled it and we had good results. We proved that there's gold in the system, but we acquired the Hercules Gold project and it became our focus area. So again, just to close up, Strikepoint Gold, low market cap relative to our peers. We've got an asset that's comparable to recent transactions in Nevada that shows how significant the asset is and the upside potential to it. Nevada is the #1 mining jurisdiction in the states. They do mining very efficiently, so the grades that you see are low compared to other opportunities that you see here, but it is a place that can make significant amounts of money with open pit heap leach projects. Close it off. Thank you.